Today, we're going to be talking about doing some core. We're going to go through 5 of my favourite exercises. 3 of them you can do at home, and 2 of them you have to have some equipment. Let's go. Today we're going to be talking about abdominals. I've got the 6-pack. We're going to do some core exercises. We want to focus on strength. It helps with sorting out your lower back pain. It makes you stronger in other exercises. And these are the 3 that you can do at home. First core exercise I want to talk about are hollow holds. Hollow holds are also called dishes or bananas or boats or probably a load of other exercise names. But generally what we're focusing on is lower back's going to be flat on the floor with this one. We're focusing on our rectus abdominis, which is in the front of our core. Legs are going to be straight for the difficult version. Arms going to be above head for the difficult version. And we raise our chest and legs up off the ground. 3, 2, 1. We hold this position. To make this easier, we bring our knees in. To make it easier again, we bring our hands in. But we're primarily focusing on getting those shoulders up off the ground. What I'm not doing is coming up onto my bum. I'm not on my bum, my lower back wants to stay on the floor. The thing I see the most with this hollow hold position being the difficult thing is people can get the legs, they can get the arms, and then they're like, I'm doing it, I feel it, but actually, they're not up on their lower back with their upper back off the ground. They kind of can't get that full curve. Now, let's talk about the second one. Ready? So now we've come to the side of our body. We're going to be doing side plank raises. We may have done a side plank before where we're going to be on our elbow. We can have legs straight if you want to. I like to have one foot in front of the other, so it just causes a bit of a stronger, stable base. My hips, my glutes need to be squeezed nice and tight so my hips are straight. We brace our core inwards, and my elbow is under my shoulder here. It's not out in this position, which I see a lot, and then it gets really tough when it's underneath our shoulder. And then what we do is we raise our hips. This is just a side plank, but what I enjoy doing is using it as repetitions, focusing on trying to mainly squeeze with the side of my core. They're your obliques. They attach to your pelvis and up into your ribs. This one is really good for focusing on if we're a bit wobbly side to side, haven't got much balance, but also if you do need to make it easier, instead of having your feet all the way straight, you can bring your knees in so that all the weight is on your knees, and then it's a smaller distance. Both sides, make sure you do both. For this last one, I'm going to spin around just for being able to talk to you and you still seeing me from the same side. We're going to be laying on our front. I'm going to have my fingers on my temples and I'm squeezing my feet and knees and my bum so that they're all nice and locked in together. And then we're doing our arches. This is our third one we can do at home, where we're raising up and coming back down. This is for our core because it's for our lower back. So I feel all of this here when I'm lifting up. To make this easier, we don't use our legs. We just focus on raising our chest up off the ground and coming back down to the ground. To make it tougher, arms come straight. And then that means there's more gravity having to pull you. There's more gravity pulling you down, so you have to pull yourself up tougher. That's the third one you can do just at home with just your body weight. So we've got our hollow positions, or banana, or boat, or dish, or bloomin' any term. Our side plank raises, where we're lifting our hips up, getting our obliques, and also our arches for our lower back. But there's 2 more I wanted to give you for either having a bit of equipment or doing in a gym. We've transitioned over to a big old bit of kit set up. This station might look a bit complicated, but I'm going to explain what I've done. Starting from the cables over here. I've got a cable machine that can be set to a low position. I've popped just 10 kilos on for myself, and also I've attached this rope handle. It's gonna go behind our neck and we want the rope to be nice and soft. What I've done here, I have used a sandbag and I've used an extra bit of implement. This is an ab mat. These are really great because it can increase the extension in our core. So as we're reaching back and extending, you get more stretch in your core. Let me show you what I mean. Because I'm focusing on hypertrophy with this next exercise, what I'm gonna do is put this kettlebell on so it weighs me down here. So I have something else to kind of pull against. My lower back, right up against this mat with my bum nice and close. Then we're leaning back, and this is where you see that full thoracic extension. So I get a big long stretch in my core. I then grab the handles. I bring the handles to my neck and lock in here. I'm not strangling myself. And this is where the work starts. With this full extension in my core, I'm going to fully sit up and crunch. What I'm not doing is coming up straight. I'm not trying to get my chest tall. I'm really focusing on rounding over and squeezing with my abs. So that is our hypertrophy, focusing on weighted sit-ups. You can increase the weight, you can get stronger and stronger, and it really helps build. Last one still has a bit of equipment. It's not the red mat that is the bit of equipment, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fold it over and fold it over again. So I have a really nice cushion for my knees. We're gonna use an ab roller. I'm gonna show us 2 ways to do our ab roller that we're focusing on the front of our core and strengthening. One of them is a little bit of a cheat and you're not actually training it. Let's show the cheaty one what I see the most first. No shame, it's fine, I get it. This is a tough exercise. When we're doing this, we're not actually training our core as much as you think you are. When we're out here, yes, the core is going to start firing off because we're really extended, really stretched out. And then we get back here, we get to rest. But what you're missing out on is actually using your core to bring you backwards. What we want to do is have our hips straight, squeeze your bum the whole time, and we start here. This is our starting spot. Not back here with our bum, but here. This is the beginning of the rep. With hands slightly in front of you. From this position, you see my back's already rounded. We're going to straighten out my back, round my back again. It's tough to teach and do this at the same time. What we need to focus on is it's about our core flexing inwards. That's pulling our arms down to bring us closer to our knees, further away from our knees, closer to our knees, further away from our knees. It's more like a crunch, but in a kind of push-up-y plank position. The main thing is you might be able to do 20 reps using your hips and only 5 not using them, doing your core properly, but then that means you only have to do 5 reps. So you don't have to do 20 to try and get the same stimulus. It's more efficient and tougher. Those were our 5 exercises. So we had our hollow, where's in here? We've got our hollow holds, we have our side plank raises, we have our arches, we have our rope weight crunches or sit-ups, and also we have our ab roller. Ab rollouts are really good. I love these the most. I would recommend buying this bit of kit because then you can do those at home. Obviously, you don't have to buy an entire cable system to put in your living room and do sit-ups with. If you've enjoyed this 5 exercises to be able to actually train your core, go and subscribe, and that means you're going to be seeing more every Friday. Also, like the video and share it as it helps the channel. It means we can do more of these, and I hope to see you next week.